Perry. I know you're not used to seeing this fucked up face, but I have a story for you guys. Now, I've mentioned in the chats where I was religiously abused and groomed. Forgive my appearance. I know, I'm a mess, but I couldn't let this stew another day. But yeah. Let's put in some trigger warnings first. Religious trauma, grooming, child abuse, child neglect. What are tags? I would just say every religious trauma. Also, a lot of homophobic trauma. A lot of trigger warnings. But I want to tell you a tale of my wedding at 12. Some dates have been changed, some names will be changed. I will be saying my parent instead of my parents for reasons. Yeah. It get juicy, guys. It get juicy. So, at the age of, I want to say like 10 or 12. I'm gonna leave my age kind of like that. No. We're not aging me up today. Sorry. I'm old enough. But I remember when I was a kid being forced into a tight little wedding dress. Not a bridesmaid gown or a flower girl dress. A legit wedding dress. Being forced in to a fucking small wedding dress because I was itty bitty. I get it. But these women, my teachers, I can't really call them that because the school is uncredited. And this wasn't even a church thing. I didn't go to a church. This was a school that did this. Yeah. They made us go to assembly at their church, which was like on the other side of the street. So all the little girls from the age of 9 to 12, all dressed up in pretty wedding gowns, given expensive rings that their parents had to pay for afterwards, that we did not get to keep. Our principal actually locked them up into a safe box, and we never got them. We never saw them even after we graduated, so yeah. Fun. Hi. But they forced us to go say vows to a little Jesus statue. I think I'm committing the wrong number here. They didn't have a statue. They had a little cutout of Jesus. You know the little like finger guns Jesus? They had that cut out. And we were supposed to exchange vows and promise purity to Jesus. Yeah. Tell me you're in a cult without telling me you're in a cult, but that's just a tad of the icing on the cake. Hello. So, while all this is happening, I'm like nearly last in line because it varied from youngest to oldest. I was one of the oldest in the group. There were like 3 people behind me. Not really much. And I was the shortest one, so everyone assumed I was younger than I was. I'm small. Which is fair. But that day, I started my period. I was kind of freaking out, because kid me, my parents was good about it. My parent was nice about it. My parent explained to me what a period was at the ripe age, so I knew what was kind of going on, but my little child mind wasn't prepared for it. My parent just said, oh, you're gonna bleed, never mentioned the pain or the crippling insanity that is bleeding in public. And it stained. Miss you too. It stained the back of my dress. I remember having to be forced into pictures that I didn't even get to take home with me, which was off the wall, for my punishment from ruining the moment. Yeah. My punishment for ruining their perfect little wedding with all these, like, 12, well, 9 to 12-year-olds was taking the girl who had her period out of all the photos and saying she was bad for ruining her special day with Christ. And then, instead of giving us, like, a little baptism, they took a water bottle, put it in the microwave for, like, 5 seconds so it wasn't, like, freezing cold, and then, like, flicked us over the head with it, like, poured water over the head, which was, for me, a hell of an experience because I have curly hair, and now my hair was ruined because my parent took 2 hours out of their morning to fix my hair all pretty. Great. So, this is what actually gets me mad. This teacher dragged me into the restroom, started screaming at me, saying how I was gonna be a whore, how I was gonna be a slut, I wasn't gonna end up a prostitute, because I got my period at 9. 9 or 10. I'm leaving it vague for reasons, because those of you who are watching this are probably gonna try to hunt it down, and those who know, I got you, fam. But for real, just don't try to go after those boys. I'm gonna keep names anonymous. But legit, this woman yelling at me, a child, that I was gonna end up a whore, a prostitute. I remember going to my parent asking, what did I do wrong? I just got my period. I'm hurting, I'm aching, I'm emotional, I wanna cry. My parent went down and talked to them, which is a brave thing to do when you have an overprotective parent. But yeah. That haunts me to this day. I know a lot of me saying stuff doesn't make sense most of the time. But for real, this school I put, because they're uncredited still to this day. They are uncredited, saying that they're credited, putting students through and giving family members scholarships to college nearby. The scholarships don't even work. The scholarships don't work. Their diploma isn't even worth the printer paper it's printed on. Yeah. I would say the ink, but the ink is expensive. Needlessly expensive. Printer ink is so expensive. So, yeah. That's only the tip of the iceberg. There's more to this. So, I remember going on TikTok. Yes, I have a TikTok account. And ranting about the worst day of my life. So, get in real close here. I was turning 13. You know, becoming a teenager. Those fabulous years where you're supposed to have fun with all your friends and make a name for yourself. Because high school is the best years of your life. It's not. It's really not. But this teacher, she had it out for me. I don't even want to call her a teacher. This wasn't a teacher. She was a torturer. She either really liked me or really hated me. Depended on the hour of the day. I remember at one point, she was yelling at me so much that I vomited on the desk, and then she smacked me upside the head, and then put my face in my own vomit. I gotta calm my rage. Calm down, Perry. Calm down. It's over. She's dead now. Oh, wow. At least I hope she is. She'd be like in 116 at this time. Jesus. Wouldn't mush down anybody. But still. This woman made my life hell. She would write to my parents every single day. It took my parent taking me out of school because I had strep for a week. Well, I got strep and then I got a case of pneumonia, which double whammy on that one. But still, parents, please believe your kid when your kid tells you that their teacher is making up stuff. Or at least give them at least the benefit of the doubt. If you'll give the teacher the benefit of the doubt, why don't you do the same to your fucking kid? Just saying. That could have saved me a lot of pain. Right there. I remember going to my parents like, she's making it up. I'm sorry, she's making it up. I came home with a bruise across my cheek, and she said I slapped myself. I ran into something. I don't remember what it was. But this woman, she was a terror. I remember one time, a high school kid, like, I'd say he was 18 at that time, she dragged him by the collar over her desk and pulled down his pants and underwear and started popping him. This woman was insane. Jesus. But yeah. The thing she did to me that pissed me off for all my years was when I sent out invitations. Thing is, you're supposed to invite the whole class. Well, you're in this school. You're supposed to invite your home class and the class above you, so you have friends in the next grade. I didn't get that. Because this bitch said the whole class, the day I got sick, like a whole 2 weeks before my birthday, the day I got sick, I forget what I had. I think I had the flu or giant migraine. I think I had a cluster headache, honestly, that was accompanied. Yeah. That. Complicated story. My doctor can tell you all about it on another day. But this woman, she made sure that I wasn't there to tell the class this. Anyone who goes to her stupid party at this location called Skateland, I can say the location because it doesn't exist anymore, is suspended and getting their points docked. Which means any extra credit test they did is getting a 0. So, 2 weeks later, my birthday, I invited the whole class and the class above me, but she taught both classes. Thanks, bitch! I know I'm cussing a lot. I apologize to my viewers who are like, cussing is Satan. But, yeah, I'm grown. I'm a grown woman. I can vote. I can drink. I don't, though. But But please, just because I look like a 16-year-old doesn't mean I am a 16-year-old. Be respectful in my comment section, please, for the love of God. This woman, this evil woman, ruined it. My birthday. My parent had rented out this entire thing for a whole entire evening. That was a good chunk of money, even though we didn't have much. So this is like my first big birthday party. This is gonna be the birthday party I was gonna be talking about for the rest of my years, but now I am. But not for a fucking happy reason. Because this woman, Jesus Christ, made all my friends vanish. So there I was at a skate rink. Birthday cake on the table. Humming happy birthday to myself. No presents. But one present from my parent. My parent there, furious, trying to get a hold of my friend's moms, who got a voicemail explaining the reason why. Because your daughter was too much trouble. I'll do it again for dramatic effect. Jesus Christ. Yeah. But this does have a happy ending. That night, I did meet two of my bestest friends until they met their tragic end in 2020. But yeah, I met my two best friends that night. And we stuck together, even though we went to different schools. We had very different views on things. And yeah, they were scary people, but they were good people. They were like 10 years my senior, but they came to my birthday party. They bought me things. They were my friends, man. But yeah. Her justice boner was because I didn't go to their church. She hated me because I didn't go to their church. I was raised Baptist. This school is a Pentecostal Apostolic church, and that took a lot of me practicing to say on camera. I'm proud of myself on that one. But this woman, if I find where this woman's buried, I'm gonna fly all the way down there just so I can piss on her grave. That woman should not have been allowed to have children or anywhere near children. And that was my worst birthday ever, turning 13. Only to have no one show up to your birthday party because the teacher said so. Fun. But that I could forgive. Not really. No. I'm not a forgiving person when it comes to that. But she had a son that she tried to force me to date. This teacher loved playing matchmaker with all his students, even though I was like 5 years older than her son. She's like, oh, since you're small, it's like, it's almost like you're the same age. I can pull you into it. I'm like, pull me into it? What do you mean? Like, this kid was good. He was a great guy. But I sound more like a little brother to me than a love interest. This teacher loved playing matchmaker. I think at one point her success was seeing two high school sweethearts get married. No. She kind of forced them into it. That was her daughter. And her daughter got pregnant because she actually told the whole class this. She's like, I tampered with all of my kids' things so I could have a grandbaby. I'm like, okay. God wouldn't want you to do that, but okay. Be careful who you trust, folks. Even if it's your own parent. She legit got her teenage daughter pregnant by tampering with all her birth control and poking holes in condoms. The only reason I know this is because she told the whole class this. Not once, not twice, but for a week straight during Bible study. She even had a whole seminar on why contraception is bad. You shouldn't stop babies from being born. It's God's will how many kids you have. If you can't have kids, you should try. If you can't have kids, you should adopt. If you can't have kids, you should take someone else's. But this woman was insane, and I probably shouldn't be surprised that she actually stole her grandkid at one point. Only reason I know is because 2 officers came to the school looking for the mom's missing child. The mom was sound asleep and thought, oh yeah, baby's asleep, hubby's beside me. Nothing can go wrong. Except for grandma coming in stealing the kid and then taking off to work with them. She didn't get in trouble. But it did stand a lot because she's a good Christian lady who only wanted to show her students her grandbaby. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, guys, on that one. They could have put a stop to her shenanigans and saved the whole class, but they didn't. That's on the officers on that one. Let's see. There was this whole sex ed thing. Yeah, you'd think the getting married to Jesus at, 9 to 12 is bad, but learning about sex and other organs about your body is against God to them. So, our answer was, nothing bad gonna happen to you if you just keep your legs closed. Boys, don't go anything. Boys, if it's a good woman, make sure you keep her. Girls, don't go chasing the boys. Boys chase the women, but if they say no, they mean it. She never said that last part because if they say no, work harder was hers. Yeah. This is also the same woman whose oldest son, this man was 30 when I was a kid, so God knows how old he fucking is now. But he had video of me with my skirt up playing on the playground because we had to wear skirts with nothing underneath because that would make us transgender by their logic. We weren't allowed to wear shorts because that was man's clothing. Point to me, to the nearest guy wearing shorts with us, and say, yeah, you're a man now. Just for this, I wore shorts. I'm not gonna show them to you guys because I know how weird you guys get. Because you're watching me. You're pretty damn weird. But yeah. This woman. I hate her. I hate her to the extent that even after her death, I was informed of her death recently. I'm like, thank God I make a video on this now. Who's gonna see it? Her kids? Her daughter will probably come over here and thank me. Her oldest son, though. Her eldest son. Not her youngest son that she tried to set me up with. But her oldest one, who tried to encourage him to date me, even though I was a minor. And he had a wife and a kid on the way. I'm not too sure that the kid Could have even made it, though. Story for another time. I'm not talking about like a miscarriage or anything. I'm talking about the kid surviving life. But this guy videotaping me jumping on a trampoline. Apparently, I jumped so hard that my underwear caught on to it underneath my skirt. You know those old-fashioned trampolines with like the little pointed hook on it? It ripped off my panties and ripped off my skirt. And this dude took picture after picture after picture. It took my parents calling the cops to get him to delete them. And I'm not even sure he deleted all of them. But yeah, she encouraged her grown-ass 30-something son to take pictures of a 12-year-old. Well, 9 to 12. You get where I'm going. But still, let me set up, because this is killing me. Okay. Forgive the mess. Sorry. My hair is messy. I'm just trying to get comfortable. Because I'm going to be holding this phone for a little bit more. Because I really wanted to go an hour of this stream. For just vent, rage. Rage against the Christ machine. But yeah. Remember, all the Christians are good people except for the Christian ones. That's my aunt. This woman, though. I love how I circled back each time to this woman. Well, yeah, this woman caused everything in my life to spiral down into an abyss. Fun fact, though, she was so homophobic that the guys were gay, but she was so convinced that there was no such thing as lesbians. She was like, hey, girls can't be lesbians. They need a dick. I'm like, okay, whatever you say, sis. So every time I'd go hang out with the guys, they'd be like, oh, nah, split them up. We don't need guys girls going together. I'm like, fair. We don't want a dating pool that she's already trying to orchestrate. Yeah. Fun. So, my first girlfriend was underneath her nose because girls can't be gay, girls can't be lesbos, girls can't be bisexual. Well, some violent bisexual. But this woman, I'll bet we only did for like a week, but that was fun. That was fun. I don't know if we're actually seriously dating, but I consider her my first girlfriend. But, yeah. I think we did it mainly to piss off this woman, because every time she saw us, she'd get that look in her eye, like, you, like, you know that look when a parent walks in a room and they see something they don't like? And that's exactly the look. Which was fun. Very fun. Fun. But, yeah. I'm just laughing at the fact that every time she saw us together, she's like, yeah, they're just good pals. They're just good pals. They're just friends. Friends hug each other, they kiss each other and cheek all the time. That's fine. That's not disgusting. That's fine. That's just even Eve being besties. Come on, that's even Lilith being besties. And then they were roommates. I wish. But still. But There was this openly gay dude. He was openly gay. We all knew. Trust me. We all knew. But she didn't. Considering she was dating their dad at this point. Well, his dad. Yeah. The fact that she was so anti-gay to fuck this man's dad, even though she was married at the time. Well, they weren't exactly married. They were going through a harsh divorce, which was not what they were doing. That's her words. Her husband said they were happily married until she mysteriously got pregnant and it wasn't his. Yeah, menopause baby happened. I feel sorry for these kids, man. I feel sorry for every one of her kids. The fact is, after I graduated high school, I ran into this woman. I ran into this woman at a Walmart of all fucking places. Of course, it would be Walmart. The, hi, how are you? And you're like, who are you? I don't know your name. You look familiar, and I don't know you, but you know me. You could be waving at the person behind me, but I don't think that's possible considering you're heading right towards me. Moment. Fun. But that's not what happened. She literally grabbed my arm like she was fucking Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Get over here. But and pulled me into a bear hug, petting my head, saying, "Oh, my favorite student, my good baby, what are you doing out here? I heard you graduated recently." I'm like, "Yeah, I did." I was so confused because she looked so different. Because I remember the day she got fired. No, she quit. Came back, got fired. And then tried to come back again, stating that she quit instead of getting fired. A whole rigmarole that we'll go through later on. But, yeah. This woman bear hugged me. I thought I was gonna die, honestly. I'm like, security! Security! At that point, security couldn't get to me fast enough because by the time she let go of me, I was already sprinting all the way across the other side of Walmart. I don't know how I was that fast, but I was from the front door to the milk section in under 2 minutes. A new record for some. Usain Bolt couldn't have been that fast if his life depended on it. I'm just joking on that one. But yeah. Now, to her getting fired. She was fired because a parent caught on. Even though my parent had put in several bad words about this woman afterwards. Yeah, after causing me to get grounded and beaten. That's all on our video. That's on our live stream. Feel free to watch. Because I will not get into that one. That one's a little bit too dark for me today. And I do not feel like calling up my parent being like, "I'm so sorry." But I will, after this video, I'll probably call my parent and be like, "You have a number?" Yeah. I remember everything. I'm a 90s kid. I'm supposed to remember everything. Apparently Earth was created in the 90s and we just didn't know. So yeah. This woman got fired. It was beautiful. I wish I could have been there. But apparently she had been talking shit about this parent. Saying how awful her daughter was and that it couldn't be her daughter. That couldn't be her daughter. So what this woman did was she took the student out. The student, I don't remember their age exactly, but I know they were pretty young. I think about like 12, 14 being the minimum. She swabbed the girl's cheek to do a DNA test. And she took like DNA from a cup the mom had like been drinking out of a PTA meeting or whatever, and she did a DNA test for these people. She didn't even know from Adam, man. She just knew, like, oh, this girl looks different. This girl looks different from her mama. This girl looks different. Maybe I should have put on a racist trigger warning as well. But the DNA came back. And this teacher started accusing this woman of stealing someone else's baby. Turns out, this girl was adopted. No one could have figured that out. No one could have just said, hey, she was adopted as an infant. And the mom didn't want her to know until she was, like, 16. Yeah, I'm all for, like, telling your kid they're adopted just in case, like, medical stuff happens. But this woman, imagine, your whole life gets turned upside down at school because your teacher was like, you're not your mama's daughter. Forgive the little, like, glare right here. I cracked my screen. By crack, I mean I LeBron Jamed into a concrete slab trying to catch it because it fell out of my hands. Yeah, I fumbled hard. But this woman, she went up to the kid, started crying, calling the cops on the mom for stealing a baby. She got a kid here that's not even her kid, did not even relate it at all. Like, adoption was a foreign concept to this woman. Thing is, the kid was white. The mom was white. The kid spoke with a lightly accented voice. And her hair was an extremely different color from her mom's. And she had olive green eyes. The mom was a strawberry blonde with very brown eyes. I would say golden or hazel, but I'm not too sure because I never met the woman. I was just told the description. Forgive the shaking cam. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I thought it was gonna be a burp, but it turned out to be a sneeze that got stuck. But this woman, man, called the cops on the parent at work. This parent was working. She worked in an office building, apparently, because this is how the story circulated to me, because I was an intern at that time. So that was fun. That was fun. And this woman got arrested. She got arrested for assaulting an officer for protecting a baby from predators. That's what she said. Allegedly. Like, I don't want that woman anywhere near this poor baby. You know, that's on drug. I don't want nothing to do with this baby. But, you know. Just the stupidity of people surprises me sometimes. Like, girls adopted. Girls obviously adopted. Obviously. Like, yeah, I'm sure the girl could have known she was adopted. Girl could have not known she was adopted. Girl could have found out through her parents. She could have just done a DNA test herself. She could have had a genetic attraction moment. Or needed her medical files. Which would have stated she was adopted. But still. The fact she fought the police officer for this is so hilarious to me. She's like, no, this baby, we need to return her to our country. She was American. She just had an accent. Yeah, fun. She was all the way from Boston, so she had a Boston accent instead of southern twang everyone's used to back in where I'm from. Those of you who know have been on my channel for so long, so you can assume. But Jesus Christ, this woman. She attacked the officer. It's not even like full fisted. Apparently, allegedly, she came out with like her mug that says like Ward's best teacher or whatever, the little heart one that all the teachers have on their fucking desk, right next to the apple. She came out at the officer like this with the fucking mug in hand. I remember bits and pieces from the story that I've been told, because I wasn't there to witness it, sadly, because I had graduated like a few years prior. But this story, it apparently ended up on TikTok. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing it live on YouTube, because I don't want to miss out on this juicy story. But still, and yet again, forgive the messy here. I know it's everywhere and it's, yeah. My hand just can't sit still. It's exaggerating everything. Oh no, I've become a mime. Jesus. I know I said a lie. I know Alex is gonna do a little counter at the end of how many times it said Jesus. Thanks for being the best mod. But still. Bruh. Don't be a dick to your students. Don't force kids to get married to Jesus. So fucking frustrating about that one. And all these years later, I'm still in contact with all the people I went to high school with. Well, nearly all of them. One of them are like, yeah, you're too much for me, and just dump me. But, fair. I am a bit too much for most people. Hello, Spark. But, yeah. This woman. I have so much more stories about this woman. I remember after I left high school, before her getting fired. But let me finish this. After she attacked a police officer, she was not arrested. For, attacking a police officer. She was arrested for being drunk while teaching. She was arrested for public intoxication while teaching. Yeah. This woman. Apparently, she had a hard thing of vodka taped to the bottom of her desk. She had a, glass vodka bottle. It wasn't one of the small ones. It was one of those. And it was nearly empty. It was that much from the bottom, if I recall correctly. Which wouldn't be far off, because I remember a few times in my life where she was yelling at me. I'm like, that's vodka. I know, I started drinking at a young age, but when you live in a family like mine, it's either accidentally or accidentally on purpose. I'm joking. I'm joking. Please. Only reason I know what vodka smells like is because it reminds me of hand sanitizer. Because every time I asked about her breath smelling that way, she's like, oh, it's the hand sanitizer I put on my face. Like, you're putting hand sanitizer on your face? That seems kinda... Then again, her face was a dry wash version of Tom Petty, but that felt like an insult to Tom Petty. Dang. But still, the fact that she was arrested on that made my day so much. Because I remember I was in a college course when I heard about this. I received it in an old email. I forgot my old email address, so I cannot show you the receipts, and even if I could, it would be highway blurred. Blurred, edited, censored, because, that woman. This apparently sent the principal into a scurry, because the principal was almost as bad as her. Principal wasn't that bad, but she was almost as bad. Especially about the playing matchmaker thing. You never, ever want to send your kids to that school. Ever. The principal is a whole nother stream. The principal is a whole nother live stream. So, yeah. She apparently hit the cop upside the head with a fucking mug. Tried to run out the back door, jump over the ramp or whatever. Because I remember they remodeled it after I graduated or something. So instead of steps there, they had a little ramp and a little railway. Apparently the stairs had broken at one point, and she tried to jump the ramp and then fell. She went to the hospital and then they arrested her. And then she quit her job. And then she came back, 2 months later. This is all hearsay from what I've heard. No names, no nothing. But this woman came back to her job 2 months later. I don't know how she still had a fucking job at this point, because I wanted to have fired her after she brought the police. But, she legit said, I quit. And then she got fired after a month. But the reason she was fired is so confusing to me. Because I was never given anything specific. I was told several different occurrences that she did. One, stealing from students. What she did to me several times. Because every time we go on a field trip, we had to give her our money. Well, she'd be like, okay, give us all your money, or else, we can't take off, or if you lose it, it won't be on our fault. If you buy anything your parents don't approve of, that would be our fault. So she apparently been pocketing thousands of dollars of students' money over years. But I guess the real kicker was when the principal's granddaughter got scammed by this teacher. The principal apparently finally had a fucking enough of her and decided to fire her in front of the whole school and parade her all the way out the door. Yeah. So, that's just the iceberg of my childhood. That's the iceberg of my high school experience, because I went to this school from pre-K to 12th grade. I wish I didn't. I wish my parent would have said, that's enough for putting you in public school. But I know they wouldn't do that to me. Sadly. But this private Christian education was worth so much to me. And now you get to hear it firsthand. I'm sorry. But that's the end for this one. I'll see you guys in the next live stream, okay? Anyone in chat send me anything before I go? No? Okay. Alright, bye guys. I hope you enjoyed. I will go on more rants like this eventually. Once I work up the courage courage to, and you'll get used to my lovely, pitiful excuse of a face. And yes, this is my natural eye color. Not so much the hair color. Bye! Subscribe!